Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the 5th episode of Power Jam on this lovely Saturday afternoon.
Week 5 of Power Jam. Welcome, skaters, spectators, and fans of Derby to, that's right, Week 5 of Power Jam. We've got a fantastic show here for you tonight, or this afternoon.
I can't believe we're still on the air, Artie, especially after I swore in that first episode.
It was nice work, Chief. Slipped through the censors, no problem.
I thought no one was even going to see that.
Yeah, we've got some fantastic segments for you this afternoon.
Brand new segment, Derby
Yes.
Life, coming into you this week
Yes.
with the girls, B and Cindy
With B
Lawbreaker.
and Cindy talking about what it is to be part of the Derby community and be a female skater.
And fashion, and like all the culture that surrounds the roller derby. I think that's what those girls going to get into.
What it
a
is
lot
to
more.
be part of the lifestyle of roller derby. Also, what have we got? We've got a profile on the Chico Rollers.
Yes, we do, because of the bout that's coming up tonight, the Chico Rollers versus
The Rat Pack.
Rat Pack, which is Ballarat versus Bendigo.
Bendigo. Some
And,
of our larger regional towns.
Neither of us were actually at that bout, so we're going to be sticking in and watching it with you guys.
Yeah, I'm
for the
excited.
first time.
I have no idea how it's going to end.
I must admit, I don't even know who won.
Who are you going for this bout?
Look, I don't like to choose sides. We're not meant to choose sides as MCs, but we went MCing.
We're not
So I'm gonna
MCs
go
for
with the
either
Chico
of those
Rollers.
bouts, so I'm going to go for the Rat Pack.
Alright, fair enough.
There we go. And so I think we've got a few more segments, but we'll see how they're going coming up.
Yep.
But for the moment, we're going to roll straight into what we know best, and that is our How to MC segment.
Yeah, for the last few weeks, we've sort of been coming at you with a few different things, trying to get everyone on the same sort of page. But we figured for this week, what we'd do is we'd actually bring you into a bit of the world of what we do, which is actually the live broadcasting, actually at the bout.
The Bulldust Machine, as I like to call it.
That's right. We keep everyone warm, everyone listening, everyone tuned in.
Audience
and,
interaction.
yeah. If you come
You
down
name
to a
it.
bout, you probably heard us. We're the ones going,
Can't hear a thing we say.
Exactly.
So let's get our informative whiteboard in the shot there.
Sorry, Artie, if I
As
block
we,
you out here, mate.
So, okay, as we begin to talk to you about
Commentating 101.
Commentating 101, what it is to be an MC. Well, number one, let's just talk about how you become an MC at the Derby. It's difficult.
It is tough. For starters, you've got to know a lot of people. Preferably the
Nepotism.
people who are getting people involved.
Nepotism is key, knowing people involved in the league. That's definitely one thing. And I think, but there are some still up-and-coming leagues around Victoria or around Melbourne
Yep.
that don't have regular MCs. I think we talked about it earlier, where there's about 6 slots open, maybe. North
Yeah.
side, west side.
There may be a few slots
East
out there,
Vic.
but look, if you're sitting at home thinking, look, this MC gig looks pretty simple.
Guy or a
I
girl.
could get into it or whatnot. Don't do it. Don't do it. There's not enough spots. Go back and sit back on your couch. Just listen to what we've got going on.
Although,
because
look,
I don't want to be out of a
I
job
will
because I
say,
really like
guys,
doing
just as
what
a
I'm
little
doing.
aside, if you want to maybe just get into the best seats in the house, I think the best thing, not if you don't know anybody in the league, start off simple. Get in and become an NSO or a volunteer. Do the hard yards, come in early,
Like we didn't do.
like we didn't do at
No,
all.
don't listen to what Artie's
And
talking
then
about.
eventually
See
say-
these two crosses here? They're the best seats in the house.
the house.
And we walked right into them. This is me and this is Artie.
I want to talk about the track first, Guy, and I think you want to tell me about how I've drawn the track.
That is not a track, mate.
It's not really the best track in the world.
For starters, these are all meant to be pretty even.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
what this is going on right here, this wonky corner over here, people would have accidents for starters.
Yeah, it's a little bit tight there. But I will say something, and what I tried to do was to show that this corner
Yep.
and this corner are actually a little bit wider than these corners and these corners. This is because these are the fast corners where they're moving out. So you'll notice you can't really see this at the bouts, but
Is
they're
this-
a little bit wider because of
Are you
this.
talking about in your drawing or actually on the track?
It's actually on the track.
Oh, so it's a real thing.
It's actually a real thing.
Oh, I
yeah.
totally knew
So
that.
let's get started here and just talk about, here are the MC booth here, and that's probably the best place to be because here's the jammer line and here's the blocker line.
I tell you what though, hang on a second. Let's just launch straight into what you shouldn't do because this is something that's happened to us quite a lot. We've got, just say these X's right here, right? You've got
Blockers.
yourself blockers,
Yes.
right? And us here down the bottom, as commentators, can see these blockers. Artie, if you have a jammer storming on through this back on here, what would you say? Or what wouldn't you say? Or what would you say if you wanted to get punched in the face by a jammer?
I would say, there's a jammer coming up behind. Look out, ladies. Look out for the jammer coming up behind you.
Because
You just can't let them know what's going on.
yeah, they don't hear anything except for their names. I've lost my bloody texter. They don't hear anything but their names, but as soon as you call their names, they're right on it. You go, look, here comes the jammer. Bam, they're listening all of a sudden.
Let's talk about also the penalty boxes. There are 6 seats down here, and this is where the ladies sit when they've done the bad things. And sometimes one of them will be regaining the track. Guy, what do you not say?
You definitely don't say, if, say, Inkabel was sitting in this, who's a South Sea blocker, if you were, say, Artie, and you saw Inkabel flying back into the pack there, you wouldn't say, oh, here comes Inkabel off the interchange bench. She's about to storm back into the pack there, because
that will make the refs very mad. Okay?
Mad as hell. Not only that, but Inkabel's going to come up after you at the end of the game and go, Artie, they didn't even know I was coming back in and you wrecked my whole game.
And the best thing that you need to do is not say these things, because there's an important thing down here, Guy. What is this?
A square.
That is an esky full of beer.
Exactly. It is an esky full of beer, which brings me to my most favourite part of the game, which is when they bring us free beer for commentating.
Yes. And so if you do this, or say this, this will not happen.
Exactly, which is why we don't do it. I tell you what though, Artie.
So that's pretty much MC 101.
That's a glimpse into really the grassroots of what we do. But that's not the whole show. There's a whole much more show.
There'll be more later. We'll be happy to tell you more about it.
Yeah, we've got plenty more texters, plenty more whiteboard to come. But go to the break, come back.
In the meantime, Derby Life, I believe.
Derby Life's coming along. We can't hog it with all our texters.
Some lovely ladies telling you all about what's going on being a skater in the community.
Yeah. All right.
This is Power Jam. See you next segment.
Thanks for joining.
Everything that she has seen. Do you wanna go down? Do you wanna be a part of what she finds amusing? Hey, 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 hey. Tippy-toeing, nobody is knowing. Silently, she moves away. Sparks crawl around her. She watches in silence. All is quiet for today.
I think we should open up the name of this segment to the viewers. Here's where we have a rant and a little bit of an argument about what we think what's going on.
And
in the
I
world.
think it should be called the Screaming Kettle.
I think it should be called the Steam Room. You should get on to Fans of Derby on Facebook and tell us what you think it should be called.
Yeah, if you've got something better, you come up with it, man, because it's not going to be
We
any
can't
better than Screaming
decide.
Kettle.
We would have to.
Today's issue,
Murby.
Men's roller derby.
I'm a fan. I think it's a good thing. Mixed, co-ed.
I think it's a fantastic thing for something perhaps in the middle of nowhere with no one watching. I mean, if we're talking about the actual thing that's exploding right now, it's girls playing roller derby.
It is ladies playing, fit, athletic ladies playing roller derby, but let's look at also the men who are involved. Doing the hard yards.
Hey, I don't want to begrudge them. Look, I've got a lot of friends who are refs, and good on you
Volunteers,
guys. You guys are doing a great
NSOs,
job.
refs. When do they get a chance to have a little bit of a crack at it?
Look, that's all well and good, and if they want to go home and pretend they're a derby girl, that's all well and good.
Like, I understand,
but let's not excuse or just like
they're not wearing
the issue.
They're not wearing hot pants. They're wearing shorts. It's okay. It's not hideous.
Is all well and good, mate. But this is a women's sport.
Do you know
this
who
is a
else?
women's sport where girls get to stand up and beat the crap out of each other.
Do you know who else
boys,
is a big fan of Murby? Harry Spotter.
Look,
Spots.
Harry, if you're out there, I love your work. You know I do. You come over to my place. You come and pick up Packy. Anyway, whatever. You're a top bloke, but it's a girl sport, mate.
Look, the thing is, like 80 to 90% of like actual derby is just scrimmages and training, and the bouts are another thing. But guys being able to play against the girls and test out their skills is another thing. They should be able to do that fitness.
You're right. It's a totally different thing. Something that shouldn't be anywhere near the track. And I think the fact that this is a sport controlled by girls, the boys keep trying to integrate and
boys not
get
allowed.
in there.
Boys can play the boys also play like netball.
No, this is just another thing where boys are going to be all like, oh,
and
you got a cool thing over there.
Girls
nice
can
toy.
Girls
Give
can
me
play
that
gridiron.
toy.
There's a new gridiron team starting in Victoria.
Yeah, but everyone goes to watch. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
Cross-pollination here, guy.
Yeah,
Murby. It's not just something that Aquaman plays.
Murby.
No, it can happen. I know that you can't play co-ed because WFTDA has W in the front, and that stands for women so on. But I think there's a little place for Murby.
I think you're just trying to be too even about
co-ed
this,
matches.
Man. Look, all the other sports the boys have got, right? This is the one girl sport where they get to stand up and beat the crap out of each other.
Girls, ladies.
Yeah, these girls aren't
and
ladies.
it should be for gentlemen as well.
Nah.
A little bit of toing and froing. You can have a second bout, a co-ed bout.
All right. I tell you what. You get on the Fans of Derby and you tell us if you reckon boys should be involved. It's a massive issue here in Australia.
Is
boys
maybe a
should
thing.
be, shouldn't be, whatever. Get on there. Tell us what you think.
You like
I reckon
AFL, then you might like some footballers on roller skates. It's the same thing, really. There's just no ball.
It's crap.
Come on.
I tell you what. Screw that.
And this has been the Steam Room.
Yeah. This has actually been a Screaming Kettle. But we've got some cool Chico Rollers documentary right now.
That's right.
Apex, I believe, did the intro for it as well.
A big shout out to Apex for the upcoming 8-minute segment of Profile on the Chico Rollers.
Don't time us.
Dragon
Thanks
City.
for tuning into the Screaming Kettle. We'll be here next time, screaming it up. Vote for me.
Letting off some steam.
Just get in there. How
No,
cool
no,
is the
that's
Screaming
enough
Kettle?
from you.
Get out
Stop
of
it.
Screaming Kettle, get on it.
Quiet down, you.
Get on it. Screaming Kettle, vote.
That's it from us.
All right.
My name is Sugar Pants, number 7. I actually got my name from Urban Dictionary. When you type in Kimberley into Urban Dictionary, it actually says Sugar Pants. So that's how I got my name.
Nancy Drew was a teen detective from a bunch of books a while ago, and I think being a scientist is a little like a detective, so I'm Nancy Slew.
I actually don't know. It was just something that I literally just came up with. I never even had a Cabbage Patch doll when I was a kid, so...
It was not long after I started. I was pretty nervous and didn't speak to any of the girls for about 4 months, which is how I got the chicken bit. The dog thing is, we went out one night and I may have bit someone on the arm.
I stole it from Invader Zim. That fella there.
Sneaky. What is it that brought you to roller derby?
I followed Sugar Pants, but it's the closest thing I could find to... I was doing inline vert, and it's the only thing since then that's given me the adrenaline rush that's been really good, so...
I couldn't really come up with one for ages, and then some of the girls mentioned it, so I just ran with that.
I like that. That's good. That's how I got mine. What is it that attracted you to roller derby?
I really wanted to try something new and meet new people and get fit. And yeah, roller derby meets all that. It's amazing.
God, you're so tall. How is it that you got your derby name?
Well, I really can't understand where gargantuanism comes into it, but I guess I'm a smidge bit taller than some other people.
I was skating around here one day and I said to someone that I was really, really tough. And wheelie goes with, I like everything with wheels. I'm into hot rods and roller skates, and I've got a Harley. And so originally my number was 1200 because I had a 1200 Sporty, and I've since upgraded, so we had to change my number to 1584cc.
Your mum, being a famous name, is short for Respect Your Mum, because my mother actually was one of the founding members of Dragon City. So out of respect for my mum, that's how it came about.
And now it's blossomed into a huge force of a legion of boys and girls, or men and women. I think the league's near on about 60 members or so. Not all on skates, but lots of volunteers and really amazing people who dedicate their time to this sport, making this a serious and recognised sport in Bendigo.
I moved to Bendigo from Polar Bay and I didn't know anybody and I wanted to make friends, and so the day I moved here I came to the zone and I've been back ever since. It's been 3 years.
I actually saw Dragon City when I was living in Melbourne. I saw them on MySpace, and I had followed roller derby for a couple of months before I decided I was going to move to Bendigo. I thought that I would actually learn how to skate before I joined the league, and went to the skate park one day to get in some practice, and the girls were there. So I had to actually come and join straight away without any practice. But it was fantastic, and they taught me everything, so yeah.
Well, I was living in Bendigo, had no friends, didn't know anyone, was an absolute loner. And then a friend of mine who was living in Geelong at the time was posting on Facebook about this amazing new thing called roller derby. And I was like, oh my God, I need to find out what this is. And then I Googled it and I was like, I have to find somewhere in Bendigo that does it. And then there was the Dragon City Derby League.
I was okay at skating, but not great. And in my teenage years, I was a little bit lazy and didn't do much, and then I saw roller derby and I thought, I'm going to do that, and I just jumped on the bandwagon.
I used to love skating when I was a kid. I used to skate at Rollerama on the weekends, and later in Roslyn Park when I had my own blades. And then I heard about this sport on skates and I thought it was awesome, and I wanted to join in the fun.
It's a massive friendship group more than anything else. It's a whole bunch of people that are really fun to hang out with, and we're all getting fit, and it's all fun.
For me it means connection, friendship, challenge as well. I really find that I'm pushing myself beyond any expectations of what I thought I could do with the sport and in the sport, and I've met lots of amazing people as well.
And I suppose the other thing that I think is really important and amazing about this league is the solidarity, the mateship, the teamship that everyone seems to share and feel, and the encouragement, especially for the new people.
I think the culture in roller derby is for people to really be able to have a space where they can be themselves, they can express their opinions and their feelings, and although not everybody here agrees on it, everyone appreciates that everyone's an individual, and it's a space where people feel a huge sense of community and feel like they've finally find that niche group of friends and girls that they may not have been able to find in the community before.
A lot of the girls that haven't done any activity stuff for maybe 15, 20 years. You know, we get girls from 18 right up to 40, you know, some older. So, yeah, they do feel comfortable when they can come to somewhere like this and be supported in the exercise that they're doing. You know, every little step is a massive goal for people that, you know, don't want to go to the gym with all these flashy supermodels that are, you know, orange.
This league means a lot to me because if I didn't have my derby girls, I wouldn't really have anything. It's a great place for me to get exercise and release my anger and have fun with all the girls that I love and the boys.
It's seriously, you can't cheer while you're officiating. You sort of do it in your head, but It's clearly the best view in the house. You're skating right next to the pack. You're seeing everything. So, can't beat it. It's the best view in the house.
The good thing about roller derby is it doesn't matter like what size you are.
Yeah,
you
all
can kick
shapes
ass.
and sizes.
You can be long and agile, or you can be big and like just a force to be reckoned with. So it's awesome.
All the shapes are welcome in. Yeah.
Basically, I don't know what I do with my life before roller derby, so roller derby is my life. These girls and guys are my family.
It just means everything. It's such an amazing sport that you just meet so many amazing friends and you have so many just fun times and having a sporting team that you can actually, go to and whatever kind of day you've had, it completely changes it to be an awesome day. So it's just, awesome.
These girls and guys mean the world to me. They're a great bunch of people. They're open, honest, outgoing. They dance behind the camera when they're trying to distract you. They don't wear pants for an interview. I mean, what's there not to like?
It's really hard to define. The people here are amazing, really brilliant, really inspiring, and also it's a way to get fit. It's a way to be a part of something.
I think just the companionship and the love behind the scenes that happens with roller derby is just really strong.
It's very supportive.
It's very supportive and all the girls are great and that's what keeps you coming back. So
this league actually means everything to me. I love this league so much and it really has helped me become a better person, I think, in a lot of ways. The people that I've met here have been fantastic. They're just a massive family for me, and actually living in a place where I had no family, that's really important to me. So Dragon City for the win.
Sun, dominate!
That was Power Jam. Thanks for watching that half hour. And coming up for the next hour is The Bout.
It's about time. It is about time, if you know what I mean.
That's correct. The Rat Pack versus the Chico Rollers, and that's Ballarat versus Bendigo.
Yeah, I'm really keen to see this one. We haven't seen this one before. But
Two great regional teams.
Before we get into this, though, Artie, if you are looking for a bit of derby right now on a Saturday afternoon, head on down to the showgrounds.
Tonight,
VRDL's got a double header going on.
About number 5, I believe.
Yeah, we're not going to cover
the grand final
because we've got a bowler. Oh, we don't have a bowler.
Yeah, Phil's got a bowler. It's just recurring. It just keeps coming back from him. So that's tonight, VRDL at the Melbourne Showgrounds.
Yeah.
Just roll up, buy a ticket. And next week, South Sea Roller Derby. You've probably seen them before on the show.
It's a Halloweeny one,
Yes,
I believe.
it is. There will be
dress-ups.
Scary. Yes.
South Sea do like to get all dressed up down there.
That's correct.
And we'll be emceeing it. But we are here for Rat Pack and the Rollers, Chico Rollers.
Yes, and I'd like to outline, from the Rat Pack, you've got some great veterans in the team, and number 1 you'll be seeing for the first jam will be Miss Hellfire. It's on my list here.
Miss
Hellfire, who I once drunkenly approached at Puck Handlers and said, "You are the best skater I've ever seen." And she said, "Thanks."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now they've worked their way up to a nice, healthy acquaintance.
Keep an eye out, of course, for Apocalypse Nerd, De Bruiser, a number of great skaters there for the Rat Pack.
Mate, what are you talking about the Dragon City Derby Dolls? We got some awesome skaters in here. We got you Respect Your Mum.
I would like to point out Damage Patch Doll is going to be first jammer on the line versus Apocalypse Miss Hellfire.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Which is a tough gig.
Keep an eye out. It should be a fairly close match. At least I'm hoping so.
I don't know. I mean, I've got money on the Rat Pack.
I'm obviously going to have to take the opposing view.
He said that, but he's got the Rat Pack.
And be a fan of the Chico Rollers.
Yeah.
Go Chicos.
I have no idea what's going on here, so let's have a look. Let's check this out. What's the derby?
First jam, let's go.
Fine.